studying your last two. I swim with tea when they turned in. The staring down to mute and can lend a pole that some kid died.
For many business owners, one of the biggest tax benefits available in Canada comes at the time they sell their business. This benefit is known as the Capital Gains Exemption, often abbreviated as the CGE. When an individual sells shares of a corporation for more than they originally paid, the difference is called a capital gain. Normally, capital gains may result in tax. However, if the shares being sold qualify as qualified small business corporation shares, or QSBC shares, the seller may be able to claim the capital gains exemption and significantly reduce, or even eliminate, the tax on that gain, subject to the available exemption limit and all qualifying conditions being met. Here's the basic process. A business owner builds a successful corporation over many years. As the business grows, the value of its shares increases. Eventually, the owner decides to sell those shares to another person or business. The sale generates a capital gain, and if the shares qualify as QSBC shares, the owner may claim the capital gains exemption. The result is that much more of the sale proceeds can be retained instead of being paid in tax. This tax benefit is important for several reasons. It rewards entrepreneurs for building successful businesses. It provides valuable retirement planning opportunities by allowing owners to keep more of the proceeds from the sale of their life's work. It also supports family succession planning when ownership is transferred to the next generation, or when a business is sold as part of a long-term exit strategy. However, there is one very important point to remember. The exemption is not available simply because you own shares in a corporation. Only shares that satisfy the requirements to be qualified small business corporation shares are eligible. Meeting those requirements involves several technical tests, including ownership and asset use conditions, which we will study in the next section. The key takeaway is simple. The capital gains exemption can be one of the largest tax-saving opportunities available to a business owner. But before the exemption can be claimed, the shares being sold must first qualify as QSBC shares. Understanding those qualification rules is the foundation of effective tax planning when preparing to sell a business. In the previous slide, we learned that the capital gains exemption is available only when an individual sells qualified small business corporation shares, or QSBC shares. The next question is, what makes shares qualify? There are three important tests that must all be satisfied. If even one of these tests is not met, the shares will generally not qualify for the capital gains exemption. The first requirement is the ownership test. In most cases, the shares must have been owned continuously for at least 24 months before they are sold. This rule prevents someone from purchasing shares shortly before a sale simply to access the exemption. The second requirement is often called the 90% active asset test. At the time the shares are sold, at least 90% of the fair market value of the corporation's assets must be used principally in an active business carried on primarily in Canada. In other words, the corporation should be operating an active business, not simply holding investments or excess cash. The third requirement is the 50% active asset test. Throughout the 24 months immediately before the sale, more than 50% of the fair market value of the corporation's assets must have been used in an active business carried on primarily in Canada. This means the corporation must have been an active business for an extended period leading up to the sale, not just on the day the shares are sold. A simple way to remember these requirements is to think of them as a three-step qualification journey. First, satisfy the 24-month ownership requirement. Second, ensure that more than 50% of the corporation's assets were active business assets. throughout the previous 24 months. Finally, at the time of sale, confirm that at least 90% of the corporation's assets are active business assets. Notice that the asset use requirement becomes much stricter on the actual sale date. The corporation may meet the 50% test during the 2-year period, but by the time the shares are sold, it generally needs to satisfy the much higher 90% active asset requirement. This is why tax planning before a business sale is so important. Many corporations accumulate excess cash, investment portfolios, or other non-business assets over time before selling the shares. These assets often need to be removed or reorganized so the corporation can meet the active asset tests. This process is commonly known as purifying the corporation, and we'll explore it in the next section. The key takeaway is simple. To qualify for the capital gains exemption, all 3 tests must be satisfied. The 24-month ownership test, the 50% active asset test during the previous 24 months, and the 90% active asset test at the time of sale. Careful planning well before the sale is often the difference between qualifying for this valuable tax benefit and losing it entirely. Let's bring everything together with a practical example of how the capital gains exemption works when a business owner sells qualified small business corporation shares. Imagine an entrepreneur who starts a corporation and purchases shares when the business is first established. Over the years, the company grows successfully. It hires employees, serves customers, acquires equipment, and its overall value increases. As the business becomes more valuable, the value of the owner's shares also increases. Eventually, the owner decides it's time to sell the business. Instead of selling the corporation's individual assets, the owner sells the shares of the corporation to a buyer. Because the shares have increased in value since they were originally acquired, the sale generates a capital gain. Normally, a capital gain could result in tax. However, if the shares qualify as qualified small business corporation shares and all of the required conditions are satisfied, the owner may claim the capital gains exemption. This exemption can significantly reduce, or even eliminate, the tax payable on the eligible capital gain, subject to the available exemption limit. The result is straightforward. Instead of paying a large portion of the sale proceeds in tax, the business owner is able to keep much more of the money received from selling the business. This is one of the reasons why the capital gains exemption is considered one of the most valuable tax benefits available to Canadian business owners. There are also several important reminders. First, the exemption applies when shares are sold, not when the corporation sells its assets. Second, the exemption is claimed by an eligible individual who sells qualifying shares. It is not claimed by the corporation itself. Finally, the corporation must meet all of the requirements to be a qualified small business corporation at the time of the sale. Because these rules are quite technical, planning should begin well before the business is sold. A tax advisor will typically review the ownership history to confirm that the 24-month ownership requirement has been met. They will also monitor the corporation's assets to ensure that the active business asset tests continue to be satisfied. If excess cash or investment assets prevent the corporation from qualifying, steps may be taken to purify the corporation before the sale. Proper documentation and advanced planning are essential to preserving this valuable tax benefit. The key takeaway is that the capital gains exemption can produce one of the largest tax savings a business owner will ever receive. But it is not automatic. Success depends on careful planning, ensuring that the corporation qualifies as a qualified small business corporation, and confirming that every requirement has been satisfied before the shares are sold.